Hey, Tusky. Good to see you. Listen to a little Tora Tora. This guy's been around since the mid-'80s. Mid-'80s. And that. A few more minutes, we'll kick it here. John, good to see you. Snowy. 25 degrees here. No snow yet. Soon to be. Gotcha. All right, guys. I keep getting this question, and I get it through email. The dating single mothers, right? Here's the number one. Good to see you, Jeremy. The number one reason, in my perspective, why dating single mothers is not recommended is because they chose to marry the guy, and they don't take accountability for their actions. I've dated a few. Sure, we've all dated a couple gals, learning red pill before we knew red pill. And it's the decision and choice that they decided to make to marry that person, to have kids with that person, and then to divorce that person. That's the biggest red flag. Not the fact that their kids come first. That's just, par for the course. Not the fact that they need resources. Again, par for the course. They made the decision. It's funny, I was talking to a real good friend of mine. Believe it or not, he's dating his ex-wife. They've been divorced twice. Let's see, it's his second wife. Second time he's dating his ex-wife. And he's getting the same story. But I said to him, he said, she had kids from the first marriage, and said, look, she married some whacked out preacher guy that doesn't work, and he's a preacher and he's a freak show, whatever the situation. I said, Jim, she decided to marry this guy and have 2 kids and then blames everything on the guy. Well, she didn't know what she was doing. She was 19. She was young. She was manipulated. No. You're not manipulated to sign the marriage certificate. You're not manipulated to say yes or no, right? Good to see you, sweet Padre. The reality is she made the choice to marry him and to have not 1 but 2 kids. Another story. A gal from college, we connected about a year ago. She reached out. She's going through a divorce. 27 years. Hey, Freaky Jersey. Good to see you guys. Jawara, Mr. Hypomine. This gal, her and I hung out freshman year. This is 1990. Made out, whatever. And we reconnected. And she says she's going through a divorce. Now, kid you not, 4 kids. 2 of them are out of the house. The other 2 are in high school. She's got 4 kids. She tells me she never loved him. She tells me that she knew it was never right from the get-go. And I said, well, why did you have a kid? And if you knew he was such an idiot, why would you have 4 more kids? It doesn't make any sense. Again, no accountability. I wanted to make sure. I tried to work it out. I tried to make it work, and blah, 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 blah. Again, no accountability or responsibility ever. But again, it comes down to choice. She chose to marry this guy who's some narcissist, whatever. But, all men are narcissists and controlling, right? And power hungry. And the word that rhymes with excuse, right? So that's the story. It comes down to choice. They made the choice to get married, to have kids, and to divorce. Everything else is par for the course. You're not first. They're crazy. Well, let's just say 1% is not crazy. The rest are. Okay, there are exceptions to the rule, as even Tom Likas talks about. Women who don't have kids and are divorced will clearly show you they want you for paying their bills and a retirement package. 100%. You are not the father, you're the provider. Remember that. They don't love you. And they love bomb, absolutely, in the beginning, because it's feast or famine. They need to latch on as soon as possible. They don't believe in suffering the consequences. No, because they're emotional. Again, women are emotionally oriented creatures. Men are logically oriented creatures. That's why every guy in here that's been divorced tried to, at one point, fix his marriage, because the investment seemed much greater than the loss of the investment to work on it, even though we weren't going to get the same result, or we get the same result. Big John's wife said she never loved him. Yeah. Do you really think, hey, Manoj Roy, good to see you. Do you really think that women love men? This took me a long time to figure this out. They don't love men. They love what men can provide. They love, as Coach Greg Adams says, they love the idea. They love to be in love with the idea of love. They love to be in love with the idea of being in love. But they don't love the man. The man can love. The man can definitely love. So that is my whole shtick today. And there's a lot of folks that just keep asking me, I love this girl. She's so special. She's different. No, she's not different. She made a decision to get married, whatever age, to have children, and to divorce most likely the man. Now, 20% of men divorce their women, but it's the majority of women, 80%, divorce the man. Why would you get with somebody that made a horrible choice to marry someone, have kids, and then divorce? It's as simple as that. That is my reason for not dating single moms. It's anti-masculine, anti-nature, be walking wallet resource provider for another man's legacy. Good to see you, Master Blaster. Yes, you're finishing somebody else's video game. Simple as that. I asked my son, my young son, he'll be 16. I said, hey, would you ever finish someone's video game? And he said, no, absolutely not. I'd play my own. I'd start from the beginning because I knew I would be the one to be successful or not. I wouldn't want to rely on somebody else. I go, remember that when you are dating. Don't date single mothers. And so he kind of figured that out. Those aren't your kids, never will be. They're only your kids when it comes to your wallet. You can, hey, I made a video on this. Little guy needs braces, little league fees, little Johnny's going to summer camp. Guess who pays for it? That's when you're the father. But when Johnny's acting out and you try to set him down and give him some structure, guess who's down your throat? Guess now you're not the father. He already has a father. So you can't win. Why would you throw yourself in it? And I've met so many single fathers, and I've met a couple that are nice. And my youngest brother married a gal, 22 years old, married a gal with a kid. And she was like 26. What happened? He had 2 more kids. She divorced him. And then he married another gal with 2 kids. You can't fix stupid. Digging through another man's trash. Absolutely, Miktowski. Freaky Jersey, this is why I personally could never go back long term, even if the laws change in our favors. I don't trust them on that level. It comes down to trust. Do you trust them to make a better decision the second time around? Guys, women, there are hot women that have kids, okay? And I've said this from day one. Short term only, in and out. 2 to 3 throws, you're done, soft next. Beat it. Okay? Joara, 80 million single mothers. Yes. Jeez, it's probably more than that. So that is the story. It drives me nuts when I hear these single mothers tell me they made a horrible decision. They stood it through their kids. Well, why the hell did they get married in the first place? We don't live in India where there's arranged marriages. We don't live in Saudi Arabia, where there's more structured marriage contracts between families. These guys decided to get married. They followed their emotional brain, which was, I can't wait to be a bride. I can't wait to be a wife. And they didn't vet the people properly. What do you think the guy wants? Easy access to peace leave as a married partner, which we all know dries up. Sir Rad, legally the children are often 100% theirs. Why would any man have children these days with these females? Well, that's probably golden right there. Great comment. I'll tell you this. When I was going through my big D, my attorney said to me, women believe that the kids are their prizes. Women believe that in divorce, those are their kids and those are their prizes. So if you're going through a divorce, you get the biggest, most baddest bulldog attorney that knows everybody in that court, that hangs out with the judge's kids, sends them birthday presents, knows every lawyer, and has a huge track record. And you pay for it. You do not succumb. You do not be nice. And, well, don't try to be nice because you'll get the same result. Go in and protect yourself. KT, never again went into an LTR and dodged a bullet. You know what? Every red pill, and I talked about this on the video, every red pill content creator talks about staying away from single mothers. Thanks, Batman. Yep, John, my ex thinks the kids are her property and I am to pay for her property. Yes, that's what women believe. Women believe that they created the babies. So now I will say that my ex was a very good mother until the kids got older. And then it was a different type of mothering. So, and I will give her credit for that. She was a definitely good mother. She took care of the kids. She did well. And then female nature reared its head. Guys, female nature will always rear its head, regardless. And they are, Matt, entitled to everything, 100%. They're entitled. I always said, I was talking to my buddy Scott, and he said, we were just talking. He's going through a very difficult marriage. Every week they're getting divorced and they try to make it for the kids. And I said, you know why she calls you controlling and mean and dictatorish? It's because you say no. You don't give her 100% of what she wants. Now you're controlling. If you give them 100% of what they want, now you're weak. So how do you win? It's almost as though, Ubermensch, good to see you. It's almost as though you can't win, regardless, whether they're single mothers, no kids, women, if you don't give them anything that they want, you lose. Tell me how monogamy works in today's modern world. Can somebody please? Female nature always reared its head. Yes. And we'll put that in long-term memory. And one day at a time, I had a short, fat woman with 6 kids show some interest in me. Absolutely deluded. Free agent, hi. Yes, they do show interest. Because, guys, they're not hard to throw down for a night. Get them a couple glasses of wine, tell them they're an amazing mother, and bam. Or treat them like crap, as Tom Likas says, and you'll get the same result. What is sad and true is that kids need their dad more and more. Yes, 100%. 100%. Master Blaster, the first order of business for the single mother is to tell the new target what a bad man you were to trigger his white knight simp behavior. Yes, they don't respect you. If you get cuffed to a single mother, oh, she's lost respect. Now she's looking for the next guy to monkey branch. Trust. Never put your mouth in that used urinal. Just like never bathe in dirty water. It's as simple as that. Mm-hmm. Women are very challenging. Their brains work differently. The homie Brandon, good to see you. Upload your vids on MGTOW. Yeah, I should. I met a divorced woman who told me her ex assaulted her for 2 years when they were separated. I tried to really, yeah, how does that work? Again, no accountability or responsibility. Bobby, only a blue pill simp can be with a single mother. I have no problem with if there's a single mother that lives in your apartment complex in your neighborhood and she's just chomping at the bit to get some loving, I have no problem with that. Don't date them. And I would probably just do it once or twice and be done. The best comment, you are not husband material. Yep. I will. Yeah, let's see what I can do for MGTOW TV, Ubermensch. That's a good advice. That's really the key here. That you don't get ahead. It's just your turn. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, it becomes apparent even more now. I downloaded that Tinder app again and put a fake profile of myself up. Total BS'd it. I am seeing 18, and I went from 18 to 60. 18, 19, 20, 21, probably 8 lip implant, 18-year-olds with lips. You know that those fish lips or their lip inserts, fillers. 18. What's going to happen in 5-10 years when they've had all that crap in their mouth and their face, and no one knows what the reality of those chemicals are going to do? They're going to look like crap. Can you imagine at 40 what these gals look like? Horrible. And then I went up to the 40-year-old women, filtered, right? Filtered. I've got my shit together. You should too. I love my kids more than anything. I don't care about your kids. Why? Women posing with the Snapchat filters and the bunny ears and the noses. 50-year-old women with that crap. And guess what? There's some guy that's thirsty that's hitting it. Duck face, yep. Yeah, husband's if you mention the word husband, that's probably going to be hate speech, like a hate word. Stay away from Asian women who get men to marry and bring them back. Yes, I've heard so many of these guys that do that. They come back and they divorce them because they know what they can get. Nothing lasts forever between a man and a woman. I think the caveman really understood that, because what did they want to do? They spread their seed to increase posterity. And they looked for and then they would disregard when she had her 4 kids and get another one. All filler, no killer. Yeah, there you go. Reverend 20 Piece. Good to see you. Stephen Greco, be like a boxer, stick it and move. I think that's the best advice. That should be in the Bible. Whether young adult or single mothers, their self-worth is inflated. They all become saucers of sour milk. And who is going to drink that? Oh, yeah. Go on Tinder and look at the 50-plus older women just to see how it's crazy. It's like a sociology lesson in female nature. It's just amazing. And I hadn't been on one for a long time, and I'm just, it's crazy. And again, it's a fake profile just to see what's out there, what they're talking about. This one list was like, you need a credit score of 800 or more. You need toys, boats, motorcycles, ATVs. You need to have a cabin. I was ridiculous. 6'4", no debt, no baby mama issues. Crazy. Yeah. Who are my world? My 3 kids are my world. I love them. They come first. Well, of course they should. How dumb? Why would you put that? Years ago, a Latina from Plenty of Fish told me she had 1 kid. The first time we met was at her house. When I walked in, she had 4 kids. Ah, yeah. There you go. Hit it and quit it. On your videos, I will rewrite all of my comments from the banned account. Perfect. Love to see those. And guys, watch what you say in the comments. I mean, even the most, I don't know what they're flagging. But I read, I think MGTOW Life had one, and it was like so tame, and it got deleted. Coach Treg Adam even tell women, if you are older and have kids, you better think twice about divorce. Yep, I saw that the other day. He was telling women in the chat, if you're married, I mean, I can't imagine. My sister is gorgeous. She's 46, lives in California. She's got 4 kids. Most of them, I think the youngest is 12. She's been divorced for 10 years. She wants to be married. Why? Because why do all women want to be married? They want resources, and they want this Disney version of love. And she's still not married. And she's dating a guy that lives on the East Coast. They fly every couple weeks to Vegas and hang out for 3 days. She can't get married. These women, everybody knows the market after marriage and kids is an ultra shit show. Nothing, relationships are so difficult. So it's easier to stay married and fix your shit. I mean, I don't understand these women, why they divorce. They literally think there's a future. They're going to find a better guy. Well, guess what? The guys are wisening up, right? The cat's out of the bag. We know what's happening. We've got 50 years of divorce data. Who wants to date another single mother when they've been taken to the cleaners by a family court? You tell me what guy wants to put his resources. I'll tell you, a guy that is stupid, a guy that doesn't understand wisdom. And there's a ton out there. It's really sad. 801, good to see you. I met this woman and her friend told me she's not going to date you until she knows what you have in your portfolio. Can it get more direct than that? I wish we could know what we know to write a sociological study of how institutions are biased about the fraud committed by W's. It would show how much merit. It's a total legal scheme. Of course it is. The Gen X guys are wiser than the boomers. Stephen Greco, boys, I don't care how pretty she is. If she's knocking on the door of 30, do not make it serious. Ever pick one of the choose a 25 or younger. You didn't choose me in your prime. You don't get me in your decline. That should be a shirt. There's a lot of idiot guys that literally think being nice to single mothers will get them love. Oh, I'm going to pick a new guy because the guy that I chose, who I don't take accountability or responsibility, and I choose him again because I'm wiser, he's going to be better. I'm going to love him. Simping ain't easy, Reverend. Okay, so the bottom line with single mothers, they make horrible choices, and they're going to continue to make those choices. That's just what they do. If they took accountability and responsibility, maybe their life would be better. And chicks over 30, you better guarantee they have kids. 80% of them. And if they don't have kids, something's odd. I've dated gals that don't have kids. They're completely different. I think they're worse, just their mentality, because they've had that baby mama impulse, that maternal instinct that kicks in. So they go even more crazy. Who wants to date a single mother who took the father of kids to court? 100%. She did that to him, she'll do it to you. She's not a virgin. And you can't fix stupid. That's really what it comes down to. And women they're all archaeologists because they love digging up the past. And that's how women's brains work. They'll bring up drama because they want to experience the chemical interactions within their brain of drama. It's actually something they're addicted to. That's why they bring it up. Handicap parking. That's true. I look to right, single mothers. I look to left, single mothers. They are everywhere. Oh yeah. I mean, and I live in Utah, and there's some good looking gals that are 35. You just look at them. Oh my gosh, she's she's got 4 kids in tow. Lots of 5, 6 seconds thinking they're 10s today. You're absolutely right, Stephen Grieco. That women who have never had children in their 30s have dated too. Crazy. Virgins, they're scared of men. They have complete attachment issues. Drama queens. Yeah, 100%. The issue is Big John on MGTOW's Freedom did a whole piece on single mothers. Single mothers use the title of single mothers as almost a victim status. Like, I'm a single mother, so come and mow my lawn or help me move, or I need help for the holidays, someone to put my lights up. They almost use it to bait gentlemen who are nice. And most guys are pretty nice. They want to do the right thing. That's just how we're wired. But it's manipulation. Okay? The choice is their first red flag, the choosing of marrying a man, having kids, and divorcing. And the second is manipulation. Those are the 2 red flags of dating single mothers. How they manipulate you. How the pain and the difficulty of raising kids. And they're masters of manipulation. It is wired in them from day one. If a woman has a phone, she's got 50 plus orbiters minimum. All walks of life orbiters. Read that text from high school gals. Every 6 weeks, the same gal, I don't respond, reaches out. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Attention. Remember? They want attention. It is an opt-out to get validation. Mm-hmm. And what do they say to the men that wifed them up and gave them kids? They were controlling, narcissists, blah, 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 selfish. And who do they look out in the dating market for? The same guy. And then when they realize that they get hit and quit, they bait the cucks and the simps. Yeah, and they're miserable. They can't stand them from day one. And that is the issue. Choice and manipulation. My kids need a father. Their dad is not involved very well. Why isn't he involved in the life? Because he probably got minimum custody, which is 4 nights a month and 2 hours on a Wednesday night. That's why. It's not because he didn't want the kids. You wanted the kids more to get more child support. What does the man do when he has minimum custody and he's been destroyed in a court? He's got to pick himself up, deal with the pain, hopefully get red pill knowledge and be the best dad possible. So when those kids get older, they know what stable is and what crazy isn't. And that's what, again, manipulation. They're manipulating you at a dinner because that husband or father was supposedly this horrible person. God, you could read right through them. They do bait all blue pillars. You're so right. They crimson capsule. Yeah, smash the like button. Appreciate it, man. The reality is, you just can't ever win. Modern day relationships today with, let's just say you're 25 to 30, and you want to date a 22-year-old. Can you imagine what it'd be like? Those 22-year-olds, good looking or not good looking, they got 1,000 orbiters DMing them, guys all over the country in their 40s. How are you going to maintain her attention on you? The best trick in the book from any dating coach is this. You know what it is? If you want to date a gal, don't give her attention. The best way to get someone's attention is to remove yours. Become a stepdad. They'll disrespect you for you even reaching out to them of interest. Women are all chameleons and they will morph. Absolutely, Stephen. Randy writes, good to see you. They want you to be daddy, but any discrepancies end in them screaming, my kids. Yes, you are only the provider. You're only the father when they need something. That's it. Again, manipulation, useful tools. And there's guys that have made that mistake because we didn't know, right? Years ago, nobody knew. I never married a single mother, but I have friends that did. They didn't know. They wanted to be nice and come in and be the white knight and be the Disney guy. And guess what happened? Disrespect, manipulated, no peace sleeve, couldn't father. He was basically cuffed to being nobody. Mr. Hypomene, I used to be a male woman, a simp, and 3-striped Captain Savaho. That got me hooked to my ex-wife. Well, we've all gone through the blue pill stages, that's for sure. At least we know now. A smart man learns from wisdom. And the experience of others. You just got to hit the gym and maintain frame. I went to the gym today. Couple gals in the mirror doing some weird exercises. Didn't look at them. Frame don't care. Female nature don't care about frame. Official CPA. Hey, brother. Good to see you. What age was the best age for you in your 20s and why? Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Probably 22, 23. I was spinning like 10 plates, and then I met a really hot wife or woman that was a nurse, and I fell in love with her. We were married 20 years. I'll let you figure out what happened during that. You know what happened? Female nature. Female nature popped up. Can you believe it? I maintained frame. I had the soaps. I bought all of the aphrodisiacs. So. But you know what? Life's great now too, so only can get better. Scott, you're the father when it's time to pay. Yes. Yes. Married Rolo maintaining frame. A lot of 22-year-old women have a lot of bodies under their belt. When I was in middle school, most of them at least had 15 that ran through. I knew girls when I was in 8th grade screwing the jocks of the football team. Like it was this one girl, her name, she died. I don't know what happened to her. I think she died of an overdose. Jennifer, for her 16th birthday, she wanted the guy that, so she was a junior, she was a sophomore. She wanted the quarterback that was a junior or senior to pound her. Guess what she got on her 16th birthday? Corey nailed her. And it was a total, everyone knew about it. It was the biggest thing. Like, she got her birthday present. Isn't that weird? It's not weird. It's what women do. There was a stepfather that paid for college and wedding for another man's daughter. Jeez. Before the wedding, she told him not to attend as she was inviting her father. Well, there you go. Again, you can't fix stupid. And frame is a myth. Frame only works. Very rare. Maybe in the initial stages. But again, the key with getting a woman's attention is you stay mysterious and you remove yours. And never tell them what you think. That's when their squirrel brains go crazy imagining, oh, what's this guy think? Does he like me? I've got 50 other beta orbiters saying, good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, sunshine. Sending me emojis. This guy didn't care about me. Where is her attention on? The guy that doesn't care. Tom Likas was right. Go watch his videos. Treat a woman like crap. YouTube it. Tom Likas. And he talks about when these men ghost and put them on ice, it makes these women go even crazier for them. Don't be nice to women. Don't go out of your way to help them. Remove all of your attention. Do not validate them. That's what they crave. The moment you give them interest, they lose all interest in you. And this is not a dating channel. This is for guys that want to date, maybe have some short term. That's your number one trick right there. Remove your attention and they will seek your attention. They'll blow your phone up. Stepdads are like substitute teachers. I would agree with you. I love those you are not the father segments on Maury. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same, guys. It's the same damn shit show of what goes on. You know, I wanted to do this live stream because there's some European guys that say, hey, Brad, can you do it earlier in the day? So I hope some of them jump on. What else we got? So anybody, pop up. I mean, that's the issues with single mothers. I mean, how do you win in the dating market today? These young 20-year-olds have been ramrodded multiple times, more times in the Holland Tunnel, just like Coach Greg Adams talks about. The heavy ones are getting hit on a slow Tuesday by Chad and Tyrone. The women that are in their 30s or have simps and blue pilled, or the thirst is out of control. The women in their 40s are delusional, all Botoxed up, all plastic, all thinking that they're 21, competing with their daughters that are 20, thinking they still got it. They've hit the wall. How do you date women? You can't. I mean, it's literally, the internet and the phone has destroyed modern relationships. It's as simple as that. It's funny, these guys that are selling all of these dating courses on the Rich Cooper. I still watch some of his stuff. I watched a lot, and he's gone really into dating and helping guys be red pill daters, which is interesting, but whatever. And he's got these guys that come on and tell you how to game women through Instagram and social media and how to be. And it's like, guys, it's still female nature does not give a shit about tactics. They know these women are smart as hell. They know exactly how to get a man. They're deceivers. They love to put on makeup. That's crazy. Stay single, never bring them home, give them fake numbers. That's funny. Peter Parker, it's 9 in Norway, so thanks for doing it. Hey, no, appreciate you being here. Women up to 60 have no trouble getting attention and prizes. Bastiano Lapriani, hi friend, I wrote a book about masculine. Can I send it to you? Yes. rebelagainstdefeat@gmail.com. Thank you for the not dating advice. Yeah, try to hold masculine frame. Ronald, good to see you. You can't maintain frame when you have the law stacked up against you. You can't maintain frame when someone punches 10 digits in their phone. It's funny. Hey, Freaky Jersey, that would be cool. I like that guy. I think Coach Greg Adams. I watch all of his stuff. I have to speed it up though. Watch him on 1.75, but he's good. The issue is, yeah, and he talks about that too. But these dating coaches, I mean, who's their market? Blue-pilled sabahos. Yep, don't be in a relationship manager. I would agree. Boys, think about it. Really, other than looking good, what do they bring to the table? I said yes. What do they bring to the table? Do they pay your bills? Are they going to protect you? Are they going to come over and help you move your sofa? Very good, Stephen. Relationship is a business deal. It is only transactional. Red pill PUA, Bobby says, don't understand. Even if you red pill, she will leave eventually. Yes, you got, and Cooper's fine. He's a confident dude. Good for him for building this channel. And, no disrespect. He has a different audience and a different vibe. There seems to be more guys interested in dating advice in today's modern world than us red pillars, but that's okay. When non-red pillars ask me why I don't date, I say, how much time do you have and where should I start? Good. Official CPA. As a man with melanin, I was curious about dating Caucasian women. What are the cons of them, or are they all just same like women? They're the same. They're the absolute same. Female nature does not care about color. I think Coach Greg Adams, who was it? Donovan Sharp. I don't know if you guys know Donovan Sharp. I watched some of his stuff. But again, he sells courses on how to game, which is fine. He's been on Greg Adams. And he lives with a gal, but I made a comment once. I mean, even your girlfriend could punch 10 digits in your phone and you got the fuzz at your door in the next 10 minutes and you're hauled away for 6 months to prove that you're innocent. And you've spent 50 grand. McTowski, John Boston. I had a 60-year-old hit on me. That's because they get hit on by tons of guys and think every guy wants them. Exactly. It's delusion. It's a victim. It's the delusion Olympics, and they're all gold medal winners. More problems than rewards, 100%, my friend. If you're red pill, you don't care if they leave. Yeah, and I want to just mention, Donovan Sharp talks about spinning plates, just continue to spin plates. So maybe, and Greg Adams does collabs with him. So again, if you have the desire to lay, I think Donovan says good things, spin plates. That way you don't get attached. You're in and out. But I would agree there's more problems than rewards. 100%. Coach Greg Adams rocks. Hey guys, when you go on Coach Greg's live streams, put a comment, say, let's see if we can do a collab, or send more people from his channel my way. But I could care less how fast I go. I just do this because I enjoy it and I want to help others. McTowski, I'm in my 40s. I've had women in their 50s and 60s act like I owe them. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Absolutely. P-ways are cringe. They say all you have to do is maintain frame, lift weights, make over 6 figs, and use magic soap. They're delusional. Well, people buy into that, man, because it gives them a formula, really. And the formula gives people that need help a direction. And hopefully that formula of lifting weights and being a better version will get them to red pill. So I guess that maybe that's good. That's a disguise that maybe they'll eventually get red pill, but who knows? ATM, attention, time, and money, 100%. Older women think if you stay with them, it'll keep them 16. Yeah. All women are the same. They're just 5-year-olds with breasts. That's it. 5-year-olds with breasts. I'll have whatever guest speaker you guys want. I can just get busy and I'm like, I'm going to do a live stream, see what pops up. But I think people will watch it when I'm done. Yeah, anybody that wants to jump on, I'll start thinking about that. I'd like to have Freaky Jersey on too. All you guys, be great. Hammerhand said that Latino woman will not screw you over. Is that true? I have to ask Freaky. He's dated those gals, but I would think that female nature doesn't give a crap. Again, if they have a phone, they're not loyal. How is Mexico? Can you give story on your times there and the do's and don'ts in detail? I want to go there soon. Appreciate you. Mexico's great. In fact, I just booked a trip for Christmas. I don't have my kid this year. My kids, I'll get them after Christmas, and I just booked a trip to Cabo. Second time in 4 months. It's great. Again, use the same tactics in Mexico. Be very careful. Actually, I use that time just to chill on the beach, eat tacos, enjoy life. Freaky Jersey. Black, I've heard that about black women. I have seen black women and how they run their band and how they act. It seems like they have a very masculine alpha type frame. And I've seen lots of YouTube videos where I've seen some of these gals beat up on their dudes, like literally beat the crap out of them. The guy's just taking it. So, I saw a black chick a couple years ago. I thought she looked like who's the chick that she had a talk show? Tyra Banks. She looked like Tyra Banks, and man, she was gorgeous. I wanted to ask her out, but I never did. You're an inspiration, Rad. Keep up the good work. Keep spreading the truth. Young men like myself need to hear. Thanks, Joshua. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here. Whatever we can do to get the message out, to help others that don't go through what I've gone through, or John Boston, or other people on this channel. Matt, you don't want to be in a court. I'll say it like that. And if you don't believe me, or John, or the others that have been married and divorced, or married to single mothers, McTowski, I'm leaving out a bunch of you guys. Go and watch a temporary orders hearing at your local courthouse. Anyone can watch. You'll be scared straight. It seems that all women, give me truth, are single mothers today. Well, 80% of them are. Mm-hmm. Sperm jacked after they kicked the fathers to the curb. Yeah, I had a friend who got divorced, and I said, listen, he got divorced 15 years ago, and he said, she only used me to be just to be the sperm donor. And he didn't know anything about red pill. He's like, yeah, absolutely. Jedi Dark Force, pump and dump. Go to district court and see how these cases start with restraining orders kept away from probate judges. Mm-hmm. Man, it is like, I'm so surprised that the laws have not, I am surprised how it's so destructive to the man and the father. It's horrible. Women are consumers, Dark Mind says, and they're either doing it to multiply or destroy. Freaky Jersey, the Rad. Yes, Rad, the black woman is very loud, aggressive, and violent. I don't like dealing with them, and I get shamed for it. I have heard that. I don't think Coach Greg Adams dates. Donovan Sharp doesn't. He dates that white girl, Devin. The only one I know that dates is that Derek Jackson simp. That guy's king of the simps. I love going to his channel because I always respond, king of simps. But he's got an audience, man. He's making money. And these women believe him. Michael H., where were you 20 years ago? Where was I, man? I wish I would have known this 20 years ago. Going through a divorce, man, my heart's out to you. I've been through it. Oh, it is the worst. The anxiety. My biggest issue with divorce, I remember, I got the best attorney, and he got me everything I wanted, and he protected me as a father and a provider for my kids and a person. Most amazing. I paid for it. Best money ever spent. And it's 6 figures. So that I paid. It took 29 months. But I remember, let me finish this, that Fridays, he didn't work Fridays, and his paralegals worked till noon. And I would get to noon, and I'm like, oh, yes. It would be like 12:30. Oh, there's no more emails coming from. She's not going to say something new or accuse me of something new, so I could go through the weekend. I would have peace through the weekend. And then Monday morning, my anxiety level, what's she going to say today? What did she send her attorney over the weekend that they're going to file with the court today? And Monday through Friday, I would have this anxiousness that it was the worst. What is she going to say? What is she going to accuse me of? Is she going to call me a predator? Is she going to say things that were completely wrong to get more? They do that. You don't know who you marry until they divorce you. What are your thoughts on alpha male strategies? I don't know. He's all right. If you're into dating, he's about being on purpose, not giving these women attention. They need to pass laws that don't allow district courts to give out ROs, and then a month later the wife is in a different court. Yes. The great thing is that my commissioner was a woman, and she read right through my ex-wife. In fact, she looked at her and said, "You're trying to game Mr. Jan, Mr. Rad." Miktowski had a firefighter neighbor. She called the cops on him. Cops show up, arrest the firefighter. Cop got woman to accuse the firefighter. Cop is dating her now. Jeez Louise. All they have to say is something that's a lie. Guess who's on their side? The government. You know how many guys are falsely accused and are sitting behind bars? And now their kids see them as this monster and they did nothing wrong? Again, that is the emotional brain. That is what they do. Do you think the Medusa is a term that just came out of nowhere? Eve deceived Adam, got Adam to eat of the tree of the fruit of or good and the knowledge, good, the fruit of the tree of good. And, I can't remember. I can't even think right now. Knowledge of good and evil. Guess who got Adam to eat of the fruit? You got to be careful. I'm going to say it again. They don't love you. They love they love the idea of being in love and what they imagine love to be. They just love the idea of love. That's it. They don't love you. Get over it. They will never love you. Reverend 20 Piece. The only reason I make videos is to help spread the red pill word. Thanks, man. Keep doing it. John Boston, unless you have 3 million in assets, geez, no doubt. Would you get a vasectomy as red pill guy at age? Yes, I would. That's when I got mine. She was 6 months pregnant with the last. If you don't want kids, get the vasectomy. Hey, get it. You can always reverse it. My brother did that. He was so dumb. You can't fix stupid though. My ex did that to me. Yeah. I got all my alum from grad school to help me go after ex's entire firm, and we almost put them out of business. They quit working for my ex. Yeah. My ex went through 3 attorneys. Because the first attorney couldn't get her what she wanted, the second couldn't, and the case was over. She caved. Stay dominant. Yep. False accusations are everywhere. Yes, quit giving them attention. Why do they deserve it? Seriously. They get up in the morning, they put their mask and their costume on, and they get liked. Get the snip and be very, very careful and make sure you get it tested. You still have 60 loads when you get snipped. Just FYI, 60 to 70 loads in the chamber. You need to empty 60 to 70 loads. Guys will go out and hit, and then they get someone pregnant because they don't realize you need to be tested and be considered and declared sterile. I did it. I went in and did the whole procedure so that my seed was deemed sterile. I hired a psychiatrist who's also an MD to read all the court filings and to be the liaison between myself. Yeah. Oh, it's just the anxiety that you go through in the court is horrible. Not only are you getting stripped of your kids, you're getting, false things said about you, you're getting lies spread, you got to deal with anxiety. What are they going to say? Guys, it's a game between 2 lawyers. Who's going to cave first? That's what it comes down to. Yep, hire a criminal defense attorney. I had the fuzz come midnight. And luckily, nobody was hauled away. Typically, like in Oregon, my buddy, the fuzz came, he was hauled away. It took 25 grand and over 2 years to be cleared of something he didn't do. They came to me and they looked at my record. They realized there was nothing on my record. They knew, and it was like a week before the temporary orders hearing. They're like, oh, you know what the fuzz told me? The fuzz told me that this is par for the course. When they get called to a family disturbance, I don't want to say the real word, and they realize that it's the woman trying to get the man backed against the wall so she can get more custody. I remember talking to the fuzz that lived next to me. He was the sergeant at that night, and he actually came. And I go, "Do you remember me?" He goes, "Yeah, we knew your ex was trying to play games. Because nothing was on you. You only meet your real wife in divorce court, 100%. Yeah, people are like, you didn't know your wife? No, I didn't. I thought I did. I met her after I met her. I met who she was 20 years after I met her, or I figured out who she was. Yeah, stripped of your kids and your home, your assets. Yeah, and then they try to use that your father is horrible. Don't date anyone. Well, that's probably a good thing. Or get in and get out. So be very, very careful dating. Be very, very careful. Guard your heart. There is no such thing as love on their end. Love does not exist. SBC. What's worse, dating a single mom or childless woman in her 30s? You'll get more attention from a childless woman, but they're crazy too. That's a toss-up. Yep, same thing happened. Actually, it just came to my house. I didn't have to go in. And then they left. 4 cars showed up at midnight. It's horrible. Kids were all up. Guess what? You just write your statement down, like turned away and drove away and nothing happened. It's called a family disturbance. And supposedly it's par for the course right before the court. It's like a known play out of some attorney's playbook to get them to have to get something to get them with a fuzz record. I think the guy that came to the house that night, the Popo, he never got married. I think he was pretty red-pilled. He saw this crap. He's like, I want no piece of that. After I got snipped, I was still engaging with while still sore. One woman asked while giving me a slap, what is that something? I said, I cut myself shaving. Perfect. Great excuse. Yep, 100%, John. Gerald Kemp, why were indoctrination with blue pill fairy tale lies? Sometimes I think if guys my age, 23 and younger, were taught the red pill, we would be way ahead of the game. They are blue pill fairy tale lies. You got to spread it to your friends. This is how you do it. It's really hard to red pill someone right out the gate. Just say, hey, you know that girl you like? How many orbiters do you think are in her phone? Do you think she'd be, if you got in a relationship with her, do you think she'd be loyal? Or would she still do her Instagram and all her Snapchat with all these betas or guys? Start making them think that women have multiple attention vehicles. Point though, we're responsible for picking more quality partners too. Yes, I would agree. And we don't have the proper management. Dark minds, after 25 years, a modern woman can't bond with any man and only see you as a utility. Yes. Mysterio, would some people consider your content black pill? Do you think you are or not? No, I'm not black pill. I'm probably a dark red pill. And I've said it before, have short term 2 to 3 throws, get in and get out, and spin plates if you need that. Yeah, I don't have a problem. It's don't get attached. I say don't date a single mother. I didn't say don't lie with a single mother. Don't lay down with one, but get in and get out. You only get 1 or 2 grid throws anyways. Don't date them. Don't LTR them. Don't marry them. Just get what you can off them. I mean, even Greg Adams talks about that. Grim Reaper, hey man, good to see you. Every time I mention the red pill to my friends and family, they either get mad and look at me crazy for speaking the truth. No. The truth hurts. If women wanted relationships and marriages, why do 80% of them quit? Ask them that question over Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas. Before phones, women had orbiters in their church work. Now you have monkey simps who will travel cross country and pay them. I knew a guy who traveled 200 miles and she was a les. Yeah, you can't fix stupid. He got what he deserved, right? Women, it's never yours. It's just your turn. I would agree with that statement 100%. How long should I spend at lifting weights, and what the best way to use when I use dumbbells? I like doing incline with dumbbells, like incline chest press, incline bench as well. I love military shoulder presses. You start like this and you go like that. Those are the best for your shoulders. Triceps are good. Squats are good with dumbbells. You can do rows. One finger rows. Well, I don't know if you can really do rows with those. My workouts are lats, rows, dips, bench, incline, and normal bench. Farmer carries, which is you carry heavy, like 80 pounds in each arm, and you walk for a minute. That will build your core really strong. Crunches and squats. And I'm in and out 30, 40 minutes. What's your thoughts on people that say you can't be a real MGTOW if you have a conversation with a woman or sleep with a woman? Some people say you can't be MGTOW if you talk to a woman. I think that's Gregory Red Pill says you have to be a monk, MGTOW monk. I talk to women. I don't have a problem. Again, you know as well as I know, and we all know, it's a philosophy. Red Pill is just literally looking what's under the covers of female nature. And once you know that, it's your superpower. Once you know that you are nothing to them but a resource or utility, you don't get involved with your heart. You don't believe them when they say they miss you and they love you. And so that's a great thing in MGTOW. And MGTOW is also doing your own thing. I mean, Greg Adams hits and quits, Dominican Republic or whatever, but that's all he's in it for, if he's interested in lying with somebody. But he understands female nature, and he understands no long-term, no cohab, no marriage. He spins plates. So when he needs to release, he can play the game. So good question, FJT. What do you think the divorce rate will be for couples that get married in 2020 and beyond? Thanks, man. Appreciate the support on the channel. I think it's just going to continue to go up. My attorney is out of control busy. He has to turn away clients. It's that bad. Just found out my friend got divorced. Didn't even know 3 years ago. And he's remarried. What a sim. I hadn't talked to him for a couple of years. I've got girls that have mad orbiters. Yep. They have so many orbiters. Yeah. They get so much attention. All sorts of attention. Yeah, that's the whole thing, Manadroit. I find it to be completely true. You don't feel for women once you are red pill. It's just a superpower. You just see through it. And then the lens is so clear. The guys that don't figure it out, they want to believe in that true love. Hey, I would love to find a woman. I would have loved to have found a woman that would have stuck by my side, respected me, honored me, and appreciated me as I would have done the same and gone through life together. Unfortunately, that is a fairy tale, and fairy tales are not real. And I had to look through Red Pill to determine that, through other guys' stories and examples. And I realized, holy crap, I'm the exact same person this person's talking about. Chili pepper, there is different levels of MGTOW. Mostly are likely level 2. Red Pill is the truth, but MGTOW is a risk aversion. Huh? That's a good point. I have no intentions of going to bed with the enemy, sweet Padre. Huh? There's no harm in following that protocol either. No marriage, no cohab. That's it. Monks keep trying to twist the philosophy into celibacy. First name, last name. Why is it okay for girls to talk to multiple guys at once, but whenever a girl finds out? Because women have no accountability or responsibility to anything, and they're not loyal. All women cheat, emotionally or physically. I don't care who you are. They're cheating. If they have a phone, they are cheating on you. If they have a boyfriend, they are cheating. Women thrive off attention. They thrive off attention and validation. Don't give them any. The quickest way to get a woman's attention is to remove yours. Now, I will say this. I do exercise my masculinity with females. Do I do it a lot? No, not really. But I know the game. So I'm not a monk. I don't preach monkness. I preach exactly what Coach Greg Adams talks about. No cohab, no long-term, no marriage. Short-term only. I'll hang out with a gal for 4 or 6 weeks. Then I'm done. Yeah. I don't mind in the entertainment's fine. But see, once you understand Red Pill, you can get in and get out, and you can deal with, you can have some decent conversations. You don't have to be a dick. Find out about them. Let them talk the whole time. I make them scratch my back. Scratch my back. Give me a massage. It's all right. I'll make them, I'll make dinner in my place. Typically, I don't really come back, or I'll go out, spend $30, get tacos or something. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm not wifing them up. I tell them from day one. This is a funny thing. This is my jam. I tell them from the first initial greeting. I meet them in public, or I meet them through friends. I'll say, I don't believe in love. I don't believe in marriage. And I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. You know what it does to them? I just pushed them away, right? So when you push them away, what do? Chase you. That's how you do it. What do you think will happen to the growing number of post-war women that never have kids or married? You're going to see a lot of Karens. That's what you're going to see. Stay clear. Keep your phone video on at all times, because there's going to be a crazy house. Keep it strictly business, sweet Padre. Very good. Mateos, ciao. Greetings from Brazil. Obrigado. Awesome. Love macho. Love macho toxico. Where do you meet women? Bar, gym, dating app. Do they care that you are divorced with kids? No, they don't care. My kids are all older. 2 have left the house. I've got 1 in high school. Yeah, grocery stores, Starbucks. I'll go hang out with some bros, and they might have girlfriends, invite people over. People know I'm single. They'll set me up with somebody. Simple as that. The cues, I'll go up and say, hey, my name's Mike. What's your name? Why is everyone obsessed with moving to another country to marry women? I know, right? Most of the guys that say that they haven't been to other countries nor dated foreign women before. I love Colombian and Venezuelan women. They're gorgeous. And Mexican women. Like the lighter skinned Mexican women with green eyes. And I would never marry any of them. But I think they're gorgeous. And the 25-year-old Colombian woman acts like she's 40, mature-wise. They're very mature. But they're crazy. Ask Freaky Jersey. Listen to his voicemails. Conversation with these angels of light are best kept to a minimum. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keep it brief. Get them to laugh. Watch a funny movie. Talk about life. Ask them what they did in high school. Cheerleader, dance. You know what that means, right? But I'm not preaching to go out and get a girlfriend. I'm saying, hey, if you have the need, it's not hard. And it's okay. Retro Game 82, 100%. I dated 2 of them. Well, I didn't date them. I just hung out with them. Jeff Salcero, some will find religion. Others will become cat ladies. Some will become both. Agree. 100%. Girls in their 30s and are single are crazy. I'll tell you why. They have that maternal instinct kicking in. They know they needed to have kids. Their wiring is telling them they want kids. It's you. MGTOW Blade Monk, whether they're married them or not, I'll never date or marry any of them. That, my friend, is wisdom. I hope everybody's listening to that one. Working in healthcare, I go see female patients. Sucks, especially if they have a bipolar borderline. Good. Always be in a team of 2. Lots of Karens. Oh, guys, we're seeing the rise of the Karen apocalypse. It's because the wall, they don't want to accept the wall. They're not needed anymore. They're realizing their value has now plummeted. And the only way they can get attention is to create massive amounts of drama with anyone and everyone they come in contact with. And somebody will pay attention to them. And guess what? Negative attention is the same as positive attention for women. Men gain nothing from marriage, 100%. You got married in the old days to create, to bring families together and properties and build a future industry, like crops or, you had 10, 15 kids and horses, and you were able to survive by bringing your resources together and building something. Love wasn't involved then. Most men didn't even talk to their wives back 100, 120 years ago. All they cared about was their purpose of building and throwing down. The woman cared about her purpose and respected the guy. But I guarantee female nature was then as well. It was a different sort of female nature, but it was still female nature. Guys didn't give a crap then. Society has changed radically over the years. Men just need to understand the realities of the time. Yes. Slim, thick, feminine Latinas are my weakness, but my philosophy stays the same. No marriage, no cohab, no long-term. Yep. Mm-hmm. Everyone has choice. No one can get away from that fact. Yep. That's the thing. The choice is the biggest red flag that single mothers have made. Do they own that choice? They should. They married. They procreated. They divorced. Most of them don't own that choice because they throw it and blame and play victim on the ex or the baby daddy. I said this a couple times. I watched that show, 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way. And there's a couple that it's in Ethiopia. It's a white gal that went over on a break and got with this like Rastafarian guy in Ethiopia, and she got pregnant. She moved there. She had a kid with him, and it's really interesting. This chick's like, give me my kid back. Go watch a couple episodes of 90 Day Fiancé season 2 the other way. You want to see female nature and the simps and blue pills that get with them? Go watch that. Love Mask and the 6-foot rule with the Karen Apocalypse. There you go. Most Karens won't even wear masks. They throw fits just wearing masks. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I have respiratory issues. I saw that the other day. They love the idea of love. Yes. They are in love with the idea of being in love. And they know love doesn't exist. Women only love themselves. I think they love their kids. I said, I think, I hope they do. And they love department stores and cats. And they love drama. So they do love. They just love different things. And they love to get their man angry. Casper Galing, single mothers have more red flags than a Chinese communist parade. More issues than a fashion magazine, too. 100%, guys. 100%. How do women expect to be leaders of companies when many of them expect the man to lead the way in relationships? I've been trying to figure that out. Most gals destroy companies that lead them. The chick that took over Yahoo, she ran it in the ground. Carly Fiorina, HP, look what happened there. Again, maybe there's some out there that are good leaders, but it's really hard for me to believe that when their brains are so emotionally oriented, not logically oriented. Remember, a woman is emotionally guided, not logically or rationally guided. They make decisions based on their emotions. How would a woman run the country? Are there any countries? What happened to Rome? How did Rome fall? Go read the history of Rome. Outside of the homosexuality or whatever, it fell for the influence of female power. More issues than a transgender Batman. Can't trust him. I think we're going to go through a reset, Dark Minds, and a change. Yeah, I mean, we have gone away from traditional relationships. Remember, the family structure is the glue that holds societies together. Do you know what structure is holding societies and families together? It's the Muslim structure. The West has destroyed the family. The Muslim family is growing and staying together. Yes, they have their issues of cell phone and all that jazz, but guess who's going to be the superpower in the future? What do women want? Yes. More. Whatever you give them today, it's not good enough. They only care about their own best interest, 100%. That's it. Guys, it's been great. Rebel against defeat, chase excellence, masculinity, men first. I'm out.